Hello, I want to read the Bible verse, Song of Solomon, 1:15. Behold, thou art fair, my love, behold, thou art fair, thou hast dove eyes. You're probably going to hear my daughter in the back. The name of this video is called Swamp Prayers. Swamp Prayers. And this inspired, I remember when I was in the Marines, I was at Camp Lejeune before I PCS to Camp Pendleton, and we were training in a swamp, right? And so I was with all men, and we had gotten to a swamp, and they were all taller than me. They're all 6 foot, right? And I'm about 5'8", 5'9" on a good day. And while I was in the swamp, my foot went into a sinkhole, and instantly I dropped. I couldn't see. All I remember is that the Holy Spirit said, and I wasn't saved yet, the Holy Spirit said, do not open your mouth and do not panic. If you panic, you'll drown. So for about a few seconds, maybe 5 to 10 seconds, I was just in the water floating. All I remember was doggy paddling, just floating, and I was listening to the Lord say, stay calm. After about 10 seconds, another Marine, who was a black Marine, he said, where's Chessier? And he reached down and he grabbed me and put me on his back. And I was like, thank you. He was like, I got you, Marine. And I got out. My hair was covered in mud. I was covered from mud to head to toe. I was 1 minute late to the office and they got upset. Mind you, I was the only black Marine with natural hair in the office with mud all in my hair. 1 minute late, and all the white Marines got angry, but whatever, I don't care. And that's a whole nother story. But I'll never forget when that black Marine, he reached down and he saved me from drowning. He saved my life from drowning. And I had been thinking about that situation because, as you guys know, that I had gotten targeted in New Bern. Not to be afraid, but the betrayal came from my own husband, because I told him he couldn't bring his other daughter, who is not my biological daughter, to my former place of residence because he didn't have papers from the court to say that he could take her out of the state of Maryland. And if she was at my house, that would have been a kidnapping charge because her mother is crazy. And I told him that he couldn't put my daughter Ruth in jeopardy. So what he did, he went and stole from a government facility. He changed his address 1 day before my birthday, April 29th. My birthday is April 30th. He changed his address to all my former residences so that the police would trace it back to my home. And I got arrested for it, and I got ejected from my home because of it. Yeah. The police and the property managers merged the cases together to make it seem like I was a black woman who was attacking 3 white women, and that I had threatened them, and I didn't. Even though I'm a very intelligent woman and I've accomplished a lot, they made it seem like that because I was black that I was trying to bully people, and I was not. So over 10 white police officers swarmed me, ready to shoot and kill me in front of my daughter, all because of my ex-husband, Rakeem. Because of what Rakeem did, although I did have the credit score to rent an apartment, when they ran the thing, they said, well, you have the credit, you have the money, but there's an issue with eviction because of Rakeem. So I got approved for an apartment, but I was waitlisted. I got approved for another apartment, and I was waitlisted. And I got approved for all these apartments, but because of my ex-husband, I was waitlisted. The Lord told me, you will be a homeowner. I didn't believe. I couldn't see. I couldn't see where I was going. And that, with me, I have to see it. But the Lord said, remember when you was in the swamp and you couldn't see? But I told you in your ear that it would happen. And it happened. And so God blessed me to become a homeowner, to own my own home, despite what everyone did to me. That was a painful experience that I went through, because I was newly married. I was married. My husband betrayed me. I lost almost everything, but I still had God, and I still had my daughter. And in the midst of it, God told me, you have to forgive yourself. Because if I never let him, because my daughter was sick and she was a premature, and I thought that if he was there, it would help her. If I never let him come into my home, I would never have dealt with what I did with. I went through all types of stuff. I went to an organization that pretended to help me. But when I got to the organization, the black mothers had told me before I got there to be careful, to watch yourself. Come to find out the organization was filing paperwork for black mothers and then calling the police on them and putting them out so they can keep the funding money. So they had the paperwork to make it look like they were helping blacks, but they really weren't, which is illegal. I got targeted. I was lied on. I was slandered. Even I still have to deal with the Register of Deeds of North Carolina because I had a 504(c), a registered nonprofit to feed homeless people. I had a soup kitchen in Oxon Hill registered. I went through a lot. But through that, God reminded me of swamp praying. See, when you are in a swamp and you're drowning, you can't see anything. You can't see your breakthrough. You can't see it. All you can do is keep praying. Keep praying because it's pitch black. I've been in a swamp. It's pitch black. You can't see anything. But all you can do is pray. And at the nick of time, somebody is going to reach down and grab you because they've been looking for you and they're there to help you.